Sha.
It's 18 seconds in the stop.
Welcome in. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the RUMA Mill here with Uma and Rosé. Hi, babe.
What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Labor Day weekend.
Oh, it is Labor Day weekend.
So what's going on? How was your week?
Can you hear my kids? That's the most important thing. Can you hear my kids from down there?
Yeah, I can hear them. I can hear them inside. I can hear them off of your sound.
Yeah. So we have we've had a very busy week. Sorry, guys. I look like I've been crying, and I have. It's been an emotional day. My son just started college last week, and he came home today. He's been gone like literally for a week, and he just came home today. And it's been a very emotional day for mom. um, yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy he's home, but it was just a very emotional day. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to do this show with Rosé because we have a lot of topics to talk about. We do.
So let's get to it.
All right, welcome in, guys. This is the RUMA Mill, where Uma and Rosé go over the topics of the week. The very first topic I want to start with, which is the topic that I chose for the background photo, celebrities who stay with cheaters. Okay, so this week I was watching the entertainment news, and I noticed that there is this thing going on that I'm just really curious about, and I wanted to talk to Rosé about it. And of course, anybody who's watching live, what your ideas are about all of this. So they had this week where they were talking about gosh, of course, for me to find it right now. They were talking about Remy Ma, right? They were talking about they were talking about Rashida. Now, if you guys don't know, there is a show called Love and Hip Hop, and there's a couple on that show, Rashida and what is his name?
I don't watch it. I don't know.
Kirk, I think his name is. But they've been married for a really long time. Like, people look up to them as kind of like marriage royalty because, in all the Love and Hip Hop franchises, everybody makes up and breaks up or get married, get divorced. And Rashida and Kirk seem to have stayed together for a very long time. But then a couple years ago, he did step out on Rashida and had a baby with another woman, to which Rashida was upset, of course, but she stayed. She stayed with him. Well, now there's more. This week there was more surfacing rumors about him and possibly hooking up with the baby mama. or some other things about him. And then it made me come to bring to mind about the whole situation with Cardi and Offset, right? Because they've been married also for like I think 7 or 8 years, 6 or 7 years, and now that they're going through their process of separation, she's coming out saying he pretty much cheated on her the entire time, and she just kept forgiving him and wanting to make the marriage work. And she was taking like marriage counseling classes and all of this. And I'm so curious, right? Because I understand why regular women stay in relationships. You know, for some women, it is a security issue. If they're not financially secure on their own or they have shared properties, it's kind of like, I'm going to turn a blind eye to this cheating stuff because we have so much more other things going on and I'm so invested in this relationship. I don't want to give it up. But celebrities, celebrities as big as Rashida and Cardi B and all the other female celebrities or male celebrities that are really super popular and money's not an issue. Why do they stay with cheaters? Why do you think that is?
I honestly think they regular people too. It's just the money just quantifies their problems. So at the end of the day, like they regular people. Cardi, Offset, Rashida, Kurt, they all regular people. They go through things just like us. Like I said, the money just magnifies who you are. That's what I heard a lot of times. So if you was a cheater, you're gonna be a cheater. I feel with the Offset and Cardi situations, I feel Offset and Cardi got. I think. Well, let me not bring it to them too and just make it on them. I feel like all these famous people is getting the relationships for extra money. I feel like there's really no love there. There's no really vetting. They see them. And sometimes they probably get together with them also because they understand the work. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's really foundation built relationships in these relationships. So that's why I feel like they cheat, and it's all about using to me. Also, I feel like they be using each other for like brandings, endorsement deals, stuff like that. So is it really a relationship or is it like a contract?
I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me because, like, for instance, with that Cardi situation, I can understand why she got with Offset in the beginning. She fell in love. But then from the first incident that she found out he was cheating, my idea is like she would leave, but then she probably didn't leave because she was new. She was new to the game. Offset's been in the game for a while, right? That whole Hollywood celebrity dumb thing. So she might have needed him in the early beginning. But come on now, like, isn't it fair to say that 7 years later, uh, Cardi is way more popular and way more successful than Offset, has way more money than him.
That's you could say if she don't have as much money as him, she in the last 7 years she had a better 7 years than him. I will say that because I don't know their money, and they're married too, so things is probably together. But I'm gonna say that excuse me, I'm gonna say that Cardi loved him, I guess, and I feel like she uses him for more than love. He probably help her with her album, things like that. Like I don't feel like these people join relationships for what me and you would join a relationship for, or what. Like I'm not even gonna say a regular person because we all regular. They got a lot of endorsement deals, and it's to build a brand. Like I don't believe. I'm starting to believe Nelly and Ashanti is not real, and I feel bad about that because she my birthday twin. Like,
Rose goes, once you're a Libra and, if you got like you're born in the month he's born in, you're now bonded for life.
yeah, like, we got the same kind of energy, like.
It's just it's definitely something to look into. But that's what I really wanted to talk about. And the idea that I feel like once you become a celebrity, then it's almost like you have a duty, right? For you to be that role model.
I mean, I don't. I think that's unfair to celebrities. I think that's unfair to celebrities sometimes because sometimes celebrities just want to get money and be famous. They don't ask to be people role models. We gotta stop, like what Black Dot and them say. And I learned this young. Like I said, we gotta stop idolizing celebrities. Like their life don't make our life jump. It's entertainment. That's basically what it is. So it really don't matter. Like I said, they people like me and you, just like me and you. It's just they have bigger issues because of their money, but they don't bleed different. They don't feel different from me and you. You know, and that's how I feel about that.
All right. So, what is your topic that you wanted to bring in after mine?
Oh, this is not a topic, but I just want to say rest in peace to Mariah Carey, mother and sister. They died on the same day from two different causes. That's all I know. That's all they putting out right now. So, until there's some more news, that was a quick mention. I just want to, condolences to their family and stuff like that. But I really want to talk about the migrants, the Venezuelan and Ecuadorian migrants taking over a building in Colorado. Tenants say migrants are charging rent. I think no, they are from Ecuador. How do you feel about that?
What is that?
I said Ecuadorian migrants take over an apartment building in Aurora. I think how you say it.
Yeah, Aurora, Colorado.
Tenants say migrants are charging the rent.
Oh, I heard about this. The Venezuelans.
Yeah, this is true. Like I thought it was just a TikTok thing, but then I went and read about it. It's true. This is
Yeah.
true. So I was just saying, like, how do people feel about like this situation? Because everybody pumping their fists for Kamala and all that. So I just wanted to know. I just wanted to see what was going on.
I mean, I, of course it's wrong.
Uh,
Let's be clear, it's wrong, but it's just the migrant situation in America is getting rough, and it's hard because I am an immigrant, right? I mean, I came to this country legally back in the early 2000s. So I came on a green card. I spent my time here. I applied for citizenship. I went and I did the test and got sworn in and all of that stuff. So I've been here legally for over 20 years. Um I'm very grateful to be here, and it's really hard for me as somebody who's an immigrant here, who's very grateful for all the opportunities that I were offered, and then they're nowhere near as much as the opportunities that the migrants are getting right now. So it's a very kind of like weird space for me to be in, because there is the part of me that's responding to these questions like an immigrant, and then there's also that part of me that's responding to these questions like an American, you know?
uh,
So I sympathize with the migrants because they had to be in certain situations to be granted, clemency to come here and to be given a fresh start over here.
all right.
But then the other part of me is like, why are y'all acting out? Like,
All right. Let me change that question for you. We're not talking about all of them. We're not talking about all the migrants. We talk about the migrants that come here, and it's bad in New York. I don't even want to talk about New York, but do these kind of things. That's what I'm saying. And on another note, just on the side note, just to show you the two sides of the tears, right? And in Los Angeles, they rounding up homeless people and they don't have nowhere to go. So it's just like you feel like I'm not. It's a slippery slope to talk about. But I'm saying like if it's affecting you, how do you like people that's in the comments and stuff? I just want to know how people feel, how they feel, if it's affecting them, if it's good, if it's bad, if they feel away, because these things we have to talk about because this is something new. Not nothing. This is something new to us. Like people that was that came here and was here a little bit before. This is something new, and it's I wouldn't say, but it's disrupting the ecosystem. I wouldn't say messing it up, but right now it's disturbing the ecosystem. That's about it. I don't
I
know.
think there's there. I think especially right now, there's a lot of New Yorkers that's going to agree with you on that because I recently saw this TikTok video. Remember, guys, I'm a TikTok live streamer, and I tend to be on there a lot. And I saw this TikTok streamer. I I wish I had the video to show you guys, but it was a black woman that was crying on camera because she was selling her food truck, and she was upset because a migrant was buying the food truck from her with money that was given to them from the government to start their lives. And her feeling was that this was unfair because she's been like a New Yorker all her life. And why hasn't the government, the city helped her the way they're helping the migrants? And it was a very emotional time for her. So you see, like when you see videos like that, you can understand the frustration, the anger, the outrage. But then there's also that other part of me who came from a third world country, who knows what we went through in a third world country. And like third world countries, they're nice to visit, they're nice to have fun, but to live there, it's a whole different situation. The government is corrupt, the police are corrupt, the crime is outrageous, the living conditions are poor. So to escape that and come to a land of opportunity is such a big blessing. But then we're seeing people act out, and then that's where we have all these sorts of issues. What are your thoughts on the migrant situation, specifically to New York? Because I know you have friends and family in New York that you talk to on a daily basis, and you hear more stories from them and what they're sharing with you. What are their feelings about it?
It's a To me, like I always say, it's a difference between immigrants and migrants. I always tell people, and if you break down that definition, you will understand the difference in what basically how I'm separating people, like how you feel, like how I'm separating people, like how you feel, how my family will feel, because I'm from a West. You understand? I'm from an
Mhm.
immigration family, so like you understand. So it's like I just feel like I'm seeing like it's not safe. Like I'm worried. My grandmother live out there. They on scooters. They got a scooter gang where they snatching purses. They robbing people. I don't know where. I think he was Ecuadorian. Just killed somebody in the Bronx. So it's a lot. It's just a lot. And like I said, I'm not talking about the whole. I just feel like we need better checks and balances, probably on a lot. Because I don't want to take no opportunity from nobody. Because I don't think that would be fair neither. But we need to do better checks and balances because there's a lot of stuff going on, and this is only the beginning. So if this is the beginning and they're able to take over a building and charge the tenants rent, where do you think it's gonna go from here? And then you got to think about a lot of the gangs over there, MS-13 and stuff like that. They now it's like it's just gonna get crazy. Like I speak from a place where I see in the inner city. Like that's the place I speak from. Not where everything is peachy and nice. I'm talking about where people's already struggling. Then when
Right.
you other people to struggle, it causes a effed up ecosystem, and things. It's just crazy. And like I said, I'm not trying to place blame on nobody. I just feel like we should probably do it better. We should have did it better. Like there should have been more checks and balances on what's going on with this. Just how they do checks and balances when they giving us stuff, or
Hmm.
when you understand, just how they do it when they give it when they do it for us. So that's where I'm at with that, basically.
All right. So, I don't know if you have another topic, but my next topic I want to bring up is about, I cannot pronounce his name.
That's fine.
Martin Pharma Boy, Martin Shkreli. Martin Shkreli. A New York federal judge has ordered Pharma Bro Martin Shkreli to surrender any copies he possessed of a rare unreleased Wu-Tang Clan album. Shkreli, a former drug firm executive, previously forfeited the album's only physical copy to pay off court debts after being convicted in 2017 of securities fraud. But the album's current owner has accused Shkreli of retaining digital copies and playing the music for others, breaking the forfeiture order. Shkreli has been told to turn over all copies of the album by the end of the week. Multi-platinum hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan created just one copy of the album Once Upon a Time in Shaolin and auctioned it in 2017 under the condition it could never be released publicly. The group spent 6 years on the 31-track album and wanted it to be viewed as a piece of contemporary art. It was sold for a reported $2 million to Shkreli, a man who became infamous that same year for dramatically increasing the price of a life-saving drug known as Daraprim, a move
That's
he later walked back. In,
the
in 2017, Shkreli was convicted of securities fraud after lying to investors and cheating them out of millions. He was ordered to forfeit $7.4 million to the US government and surrender a set of assets that included the Wu-Tang album, CNBC reports. Shkreli was released from jail in 2022 after serving the majority of a 7-year sentence. The accusation that he retained digital copies of the album was made by Pleaser DAO, a cryptocurrency collective which has filed a lawsuit against him. The collective now owns the physical copy of Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, having paid a reported $4.75 million for it. The federal judge last month blocked Mr. Shkreli from streaming or sharing the record. Her new order, issued on Monday, prevents him from possessing the album and its contents. A lawyer said the ruling was an important victory. Shkreli's own legal representative referred to the ongoing lawsuit his client was fighting. This order is merely a preliminary measure entered by the court to maintain the perceived status quo before any discovery occurs. The order has no bearing whatsoever on the final outcome of the case. What do you feel about all of? I think this man is the devil. It's just.
I mean, you know what's crazy? I was always thinking if the guy that had the AIDS medicine was the same guy with the Wu-Tang CD, and now I know it's the same guy. He's just a. I mean,
I
he's
don't know.
just.
Was it the AIDS medicine, or I know it was a
Yeah,
life.
it was a. I think it was either AIDS or cancer. One of the two. It was a medicine to cure something, and he raised it up like 100% or something like that. I remember that in the news. That's what he got arrested for, I believe, and some security issue things, so something like that. But on the Wu Tang album, I mean, I feel like that case is kind of weird because how you gonna prove unless you know how you gonna prove he don't have a copy of it? Like you really can't prove that. And in these times. In these times with all these electronics and stuff like that, how you really gonna prove that? And it's to me, Wu Tang is really the one taking the loss because they could have tore off that album. They could have made way more than $2 million off that album. Basically, what I'm saying, but I understand what they was trying to do with it. Like it was like a art, like a painting or something. But I don't think Wu Tang or the company that's asking him to forfeit any physical copies is really going to get that because I'll tell you I don't have it, but I might forget I have a copy of it somewhere. So it's really like I don't feel like this is a real important, but basically I don't think they could prove that. That's my whole view on this. It's gonna be hard to prove.
I think like they were saying that he was taunting Wu-Tang, like some other things. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but they were saying like, because he was expressly told you cannot play it for the public. It's supposed to be like art. They created this piece that's only meant for like one set of eyes only. That was their thing. And I think like what the complaint was that he was like playing, little 15-second, 10-second snippets here and there, teasing people, like taunting Wu-Tang. He's just like, I just feel like this man's like the devil. Like, come on. And then when bro hiked the price, I think he hiked the price like to $700. I think, no, was it $1,500 or $700?
It was either
One
7
pill.
or 15. One of them. You could go Google it if you want to get the correct. But I think it was like 900. But you might be right. End of the day, he was for that.
He was grimy. It was just like all a grimy thing. And I just couldn't. I was just like, I'm glad he got some jail time, because I do feel that like, does somebody like that learn lessons in jail? I don't know. I really don't know if they learn lessons, but
I mean, with the money he got, he wasn't really in jail. You like when they say like Dave Chappelle did a skit about this when the prosecutors would call him and he'd be like, "I'm gonna come in." They like, "We need you to come in. We're gonna lock you up tomorrow. How's about 4?" He said, "How's about Sunday at 6? I got some punani coming over." That's exact verbatim. It's just like two different. It's two different justice systems for like people like with middle class, lower class, and then the higher class. Like I feel like he probably didn't even go to jail. He probably just had to stay in the house, or he probably went to club fed and did his little time. He ain't learned nothing. He's still trolling.
that's wild. All right. Do you have the top? You seem to always be unprepared when I finish my topics, and you don't like roll right into your topic.
No, I told you I only had one topic today. I told you that.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be a short stream, guys. It's going to be a short stream. I do have one more topic.
Mhm.
My favorite person to just kind of troll. J-Lo, back in the news. Back in the news. Her thing now is that she's trying to save face by blaming Ben Affleck for her failed movie. The rumor mill has it that J-Lo was saying that it was all his idea. The movie was produced by his production company. He wanted all of those things in the movie, and he had to have his way. A lot of people are not really buying it, and I'm trying to find the article where I saw that. But that whole "this is me now" a love story. Yeah, Candy got like the rolling eyes. um, hmm. She's saying it's yeah, here it goes. Ben Affleck had control over documentary, but anybody who saw it, right, could see he was very uncomfortable about that whole movie, because she was like reading love letters he wrote to her in the movie, and she was like sharing, and you could tell that Ben Affleck is a very private person. You know what I mean? And he's like, you could just logically look at this and say this is all her. We've known about Jenny from the block for years, how she's very self-absorbed and very into herself, and there's a lot of like bad publicity about her from people who work with her or who serve her or her friends or whatever. He's always been consistent guy, let me stay out of the limelight, let me just do my own thing. She's consistently been all eyes on me, all about me, right? So who do you believe? Do you believe that Ben Affleck wanted that movie and made that movie and wanted all of that? Or do you believe she's just trying to save face right now and just cover her own tail, you know?
It's always J Lo. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna just
You're
put it
not
out there.
buying it?
Excuse me. I'm gonna just put it out there like that. Like these people that we grew up and they were stars, or we was in our adolescence, teenage years. They look like they still trying to grasp on. They do anything for the limelight. If you pay attention to what I'm saying, I feel like J Lo is so irrelevant right now in this world. Nobody's really caring about J Lo. Nobody really care about Ben Affleck, but Ben Affleck got some dope movies. I'm not gonna say that. But J Lo, her time is up. Like, it's time for her to go be like Mariah Carey. Like, you see how Mariah Carey is?
Just kind of fade into the background
She come out once a year
for
for a
Christmas
couple
time.
months. Christmas time, she got her little time. She take care of her kids and she stay out the way. Like, be like Mariah Carey. Like Mariah Carey. J-Lo, you had your movie time. Like, you had your movie time. Like, you had it. But be like more like Mariah Carey. Like, take care of her twins. You know, always looking nice and, up together and all that. And out of the way. J-Lo just want to be in the way. How much kids J-Lo got?
Um, I
Only two.
no, she had the twins by Mark Anthony. This is sad, guys. I know how much husbands she's had. I don't know how many kids she's had. I know she had that one husband before she got really famous. Then she married Ben Affleck. No, she didn't marry Ben Affleck, right? The first time. Then she married Mark Anthony. Then did she marry A-Rod?
Yeah, she married. I don't know if there was Matt. Was it?
I know she had 4 marriages because somebody made a meme. This is terrible. Somebody made a meme with her and LeBron James talking about going for the 5th ring.
Yo, listen.
The internet has been on fire.
So
2
BN,
kids on record, the twins. Yeah.
BN, just the twin. So with that being said, man, y'all know J Lo, man. J Lo just like J Lo
Okay.
just being on the scene, man. And
Now, it's interesting because in some of the online stuff, the online chatter, the rumor mill has it that she got back with Ben Affleck because she was with him the first time around the time they had controversy about her ex, P. Diddy, and that she felt it was a safe bet to go with Ben Affleck to avoid all that controversy. Because you remember back then there was like a shooting in the club and she was kind of involved with that.
remember we talked about this last week, and I said maybe they break it up, or maybe it was some turbulence in their relationship, because a lot of stuff is coming out with Diddy. A lot of tapes, a lot of things. Now, allegedly, I'm not saying that she's on it, but J Lo name is coming up in a lot of these things. Everybody that Diddy was associated with, all their names is coming up. So Ben Affleck probably like, I don't really want to deal with that. You understand?
I think the movie, I mean, personally, my opinion is that the movie did it in because that movie was such a whew, I did not see it, y'all. I saw enough of it in the TikTok, the TikTok videos, the virals. I saw enough of it to know that it was a wash. It was pretty bad. I don't know. But good luck to J Lo. My biggest, honestly, I think she's a I think everybody's a good person, but I think sometimes people go down the wrong rabbit hole. And my personal impression from just watching her over the years is that she thinks she's way more talented than she actually is. you know, and she gives herself a lot of credit. She's to me, she's a good actress. She's not the best actress. She's not like a award-winning actress, but she's a good enough actress. You know, I've enjoyed her movies, Made in Manhattan, you know, Enough. I've
You know,
enjoyed them.
Selena. That's it. Enough
Yeah.
is Selena. That's the chops. Everything is regular, pretty girl. I'm gonna do this. It's the same thing. But enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go. Listen. But at the end of the day, like I said with J Lo always wanted the spotlight, even for when she was a dancer or a living color. So as a person that craves that is always gonna crave that. I feel like she's in relationships for shock, like shock jock stuff. Like you know, just to get her name out there, and then
yeah,
she'll drop a project, and if the project pop, it'll blow for a little while, then her relationship will magnify. Then when her projects start dying down, she start
yeah.
losing the relationship. Like it's like that's why I said all these people be in a relationship for branding instead of loving these celebrities and stuff.
That is a very true statement. And I'm just looking up something really quickly. Her her sun sign, her zodiac sign is a Leo. And I've been noticing a lot of like Leos are on screen. And that makes sense, right? The Leos, if you follow zodiac astrology signs, Leos like attention. They like to be the center of the spotlight. They like all eyes on me. So it's giving very much a Leo attitude, you know? But there also seems to be some sort of lack of self-awareness with her, that she's coming across as very fake or superficial. And I don't know if she really cares, to be honest.
Remember, attention is the currency everybody want to be rich with. So with that being said, like that's how it go. A lot of these people just like being in the spotlight. Look at Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor. She got everything for them. She took it all. And
Yeah, that
when
was another a sad celebrity breakup, because they really looked like the perfect couple. And then I think like when I was reading the news back then about why they were breaking up, she was saying like, you know, he kind of lost his way after basketball, and he kind of fell into like a dark place, and he just couldn't, like, he wasn't motivated to get up and go and move and um, you know, do for himself and us and the family. And she was complaining of like it all fell on her. But to me, and maybe this is me being old fashioned or traditional values or whatever, but that isn't that the point of having a partner? Like, you're going to go through things in life, right? Like, I'm going through something right now emotionally with my kid leaving my home and going to college, and my other kid being a senior in high school and he's about to go to college. I'm feeling a lot of loss and feeling a lot of sadness. And you, as my partner, you've really paid attention to that and come through for me. But isn't that the whole point of relationships, that we're supposed to be there for each other? So I felt like she, as a wife, this is my opinion, guys, you know, just my opinion, not facts, but it felt like she kind of was only more interested in him when it was on the up and not on the down. That's
yeah,
just
and they said allegedly they used to like they both like women, so they used to have women in the bedroom, and maybe that caused friction.
See, I
So
don't know about all of that, but I always say if it's a party of two and you invite a third, that's when you're going to start to run into problems, because that third energy, boy, whew.
yeah, so I just say, like I said, if you notice, all the celebrity relationships really don't last. They're for branded. Pause. They for branded, right? So when you know that, why even look up to these big weddings where you know it's all branded? They probably don't even pay for their weddings. I'm starting to believe that. Thank you. I'm starting to believe they wedding is an endorsement deal, like, cause they put it on TV, you watch it, and then when the show goes off, what you see, everybody that has something to do with that show, from clothing to arrangements to everything.
Thank you, Kyle. Welcome in Snowgums. Welcome in something. We're just talking about the events of the week, what has been happening this week. And yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So we're talking right now about marriages and how people seem to like the celebrity couples that are breaking up. And Candy said, I wouldn't doubt it, Rose. And we're just talking about, uh how people are not supporting each other in relationships.
Yeah, man. Listen, like I said, try not to idolize the celebrities, man. Once you stop idolizing them, you start to realize they only in a different tax bracket than you. Their problems is same problems we have, just maybe on a bigger scale for some, maybe on a smaller scale for other things. But it's the same thing. They don't make us different from them.
Right. Um, there was something else.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for it. The other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm trying very hard, guys, to stay away from political commentary and political news stories. But we are coming down to that time. We're about a couple months away. And those news are like flooding all of the news feeds right now.
About the circus,
It's always been a circus.
I mean, the election.
We could talk about the fact that in the news that was out this week, bird flu infects California dairy cows, widening U.S. outbreak. Cows at 3 dairy farms in California, the top U.S. milk producing state, tested positive for bird flu, the state's agriculture department said on Friday. The infections expanded a U.S. outbreak of the H5N1 virus in dairy cattle to a 14th state. More than 190 herds have been affected nationally since March,
For
along with 13 dairy and poultry farm workers, according to federal data. The viruses jump to cows from birds has heightened concerns it could adapt to spread among humans. Federal officials say bird flu is a low risk for the general public, and pasteurization inactivates the virus in the milk. No human cases have been confirmed in California. The California Department of Food and Agriculture said in a statement, the infected dairy herds located in the state's Central Valley region began showing symptoms on August 25th, the statement said. So, okay, the reason why I wanted to bring this one up is because I feel that we like, okay, you guys know I'm spiritual, like I get my little messages and I meditate and I get these little downloads, right? Nothing weird here. I've been getting messages for over a month now to change the way I eat and I drink. And it's not just like, oh, be healthier, lose weight. It's really like, you want to survive, Uma? You want to make it to the next level? You're going to have to watch what you put in your mouth. I even told Rose, I said, we had to really change the way we date because I don't even want to go out to eat anymore. I don't even want to eat, like, unless I cook it or my kids cook it or Rose cooks it. I don't want to eat because I don't trust what is being put into these foods. I haven't had alcohol in 1 month. I haven't drank any alcohol in 1 month. And I feel the clearest I've ever felt. I'm sleeping better. I'm less like, I notice puffy in my face. And I also just feel like by me not eating out as much as I used to, I feel cleaner within my body. So I don't know if you guys feel like this is something that we should all be paying attention to, but I just feel like every week, and I'm going to prove it to you guys, every week when we come on here to do this show, I'm going to look in the news of the week and see if there's any news about food and drink. And I guarantee you, every week there is some sort of outbreak. You know, one week it's the shellfish, one week it's the tuna, one week it's the spinach.
You know, I listened to this podcast, right? And he said so real smart. His name is No Fame, for No Fame. He said so real intelligent. He said the person that control the food controls drugs. So why not drug people for the whole time? Not allegedly. You understand what I'm saying? So you on the right note with that, because how we all different people, but we all die from the same diseases for different regions. It's food. It's always been food. But on another note, this is just to me the same play that they always run around election time. You know, monkeypox. You know, CV-19. You know, what they
Careful, we're on YouTube, so careful how we talk on here.
I'm being careful. I ain't say nothing. It's just the same play. Like every time it's a big election, it's always a, what you say, crisis, sickness, epidemic, pandemic. It's always something like that in the works when we're about to make a major change in the world. So pay attention to that too.
Eli said he works at Walmart and egg prices went up a lot. Yeah, egg prices have been crazy. Egg prices have been crazy this year. So I don't know what's going on with that. My thing is, I'm not trying to like instill fear in anybody. I'm just trying to say, follow your own intuition about your health and what feels right to you. You know what I mean? What feels right to you? Because I really feel like we have to be more, we have to be more responsible about our health and about what feels right to us. We need to honor that. It just, you know, I have some friends, they're like, "Oh, I can't wait for us to go out and let's go and have a bottle of wine or whatever." And I'm just like, I was like, I'm not drinking. And they're like, "Well, you know, are you fasting? When's your fast over?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't want to force it, you know. I just don't feel like drinking right now. And I'm pretty sure in the future I will again. I just don't know when that is or what to tell you. And that's why I don't really want to go out to eat, because what do you do when you go out to eat? Like my friends, they wanted to go to a nice Italian restaurant. But guess what? We like to have wine with our nice Italian dinner, right? So why would I put myself in a situation where I don't really feel like I want to drink? You know, and then we couldn't really think of anywhere to go to eat besides the spa where there's like healthy food there, you know. Nina, thank you. So I don't want to like put myself in situations where I have to be like tempted for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's a different world. It's a different world, and we just have to be more careful about it. And I feel like I just do feel like the world is changing so drastically. Like let's turn our attention to streaming right now. Um, for those of you that are watching our YouTube channel right now, Rosé and I are streamers on this app, this dating app, this live streaming app. And I was sick for like 2 weeks. I had gastroenteritis. That's why my stomach looks like I'm pregnant, because and that's why I have been so mindful about what I put into my mouth and what I'm eating. Because like if I eat the wrong thing, I will notice it immediately. My stomach swells up. I look pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And I have pain, I have gas, I have like bloating, and it's very uncomfortable. So I'm like spending these next few weeks to figure out what can I eat, what I can't eat, what I can eat, but I'm going to have discomfort afterwards. So in the 2 weeks that I was sick, I wasn't really streaming because I was sick. And then when I came back to streams, I found like it's been very hard to stream because there's so much drama. Like the minute I came back, I'm hearing about all these people that used to be friends that are fighting now, or backstabbing each other, or doxing, or putting out personal information. or, doing really crazy things to each other. And it makes me sad. You know what I mean? And then when I come in here and I sit and I'm just waiting for my friends to show up, for us to have good conversations like we're having right now. We're doing our show. And I'm waiting for that. Then you have the trolls coming in and trolling you, or you have, well, because we're on a dating site, men coming in and hitting on me, even though I keep saying, I'm with someone, I have a partner. I even go so far as to say I'm married, hoping that they would get the hint. Nope, they don't care. And it's just the disrespect. So I feel like the world is changing. But then I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Is it that the world is changing, or is it that I'm getting older? Right? Is it that I'm getting older and now the things that used to appeal to me don't appeal to me anymore? Or is the world really changing? Brad, thank you. Candy said both. What do you think, Rose?
I think people that stream are intentionally introverted. So listen. I don't mean no harm to nobody. Even when you watch what's going on the sites, you see the type of games they play it because they introverted. Nobody's going knocking on nobody's door, but there's a lot of serious threats. Now, I don't condone bullying or none of that, but
Right.
when you're introverted, you do introverted things, doxing, putting your information out there. You do introverted shit. Excuse my language. You do introverted things because you don't know how to conduct yourself with people. So these serious situations, these people was never prepared for. Cause this is serious. This is something where you're so angry you want to fight, but because you can't see this person and you can't interact, even to argue and just get your feelings off the right way, we gotta talk through this. So they go to trolling, doxing, saying, "Oh, I want your kids or whatever to be unalive," which is wrong. You understand? It's just
Well,
it's people that probably never been in a fight, probably never got bullied for real. I got bullied. I was telling the kids today, we watched a movie, and it's about some kids going into high school, some freshmen. So they asked me what I did my first week of being a freshman. I said I ran. They said, "Wow," because all the people in my hood that was older than me, that used to teach me how to fight, it was bigger than me, the OGs, they was graduating. So they told me and my friends that went to the same school, we gonna whip on y'all the first 2 weeks of school. So all I did, every time I was see me with my book bag, heavy bag, running to class. But that's me going through these things. These kids ain't, these people that so on the app never went through these things. See, I could talk about it and it don't bother me because I don't feel ashamed. Because this is a part of my growing up, like my evolution, my evolution. So a lot of people never been through these things. A lot of people just, oh, I got beef with you. I'm an internet bully you. No, that's why we got all these problems, and that's how I feel.
I do tend to agree with that because just like being a female on the app and seeing how men approach me thinking that I am single and available to date, it's been very interesting. They seem very awkward, clumsy. They don't know how to talk to me. Some guys just come right out and just, oh, they don't even ask you like, can I take you to dinner? It's like, what's your phone number? Where do you
And
live?
and
You know?
the same guys see you on the street and not say a word to you because they
Right,
scared. That's
right.
the that's the whole point. It's a false confidence that people, especially like the bigger you get on here, the bigger the false confidence get. And then it's gonna be somebody that bring you back down the south. And that's the way the world works in all aspects. Everywhere it goes. You think you're gonna be here, you're gonna go up here, and somebody's gonna bring you back down the south. Unless you know you're really not about that or you really not like that. So my best bet for people is make the app fun again. Like stop beefing. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, females. Yeah, female streaming is highly rough. I believe in that. I believe it's like one of the worst things for a female to be on there. But it's also another. It's also for some females, it's a good thing because a lot of females may have been pretty, but they wasn't the prettiest in their neighborhood. And there's guys on this app that like all walks of life, and then they get that attention, and that person head gets big, and then she goes. It's a lot, and that's
And
basically
like people don't talk about it, but it is hard for like a female streamer who's committed because one of the things that I get that's specific to my population, which are women that stream that are in relationships, is that sometimes we do get like uh toxic females that come to our life. Like I've had several times because everybody knows that I'm with Rosé, and I've had people like women come to my app to try to break us up, like say things like, "Oh, he was flirting with me and he DMs me all the time." And I'm like, "Okay." Or there are women that like him that go to like say his stream and like his vibe, and then they want to get to understand me, so they'll just come to kind of like lurk in my vibe to see like what Rosé's into and what he's into, and then they try to like insinuate themselves in between me and him to kind of like either copy me or talk down about me to get him to like change his mind about me. You know what I'm saying? So it's been like a very interesting ride, and I find like the older I'm getting, because remember I started this app when I was 42 and I'm now 46, about to be 47 in January, and I feel like the longer I am on this app, the more I'm realizing this is not entirely very healthy for me. And that's why I wonder too if there will ever be like a streaming app that is more geared towards the older people. And when I say older people, I mean like people that are over 40, because I feel like like if you just go around and look at the new people that are on the apps, the new streamers, the nearby streamers or whatever, they're younger and they're doing a lot more things than I'm comfortable doing, like the twerking, the showing nudity, the things like that. And I'm like, wow, I must be getting old because I don't find anything fun about any of this. So maybe it's a matter of like me trying to find a place where I fit in. Could be.
this was good.
So that's all we got for you guys tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the RUMA MIll show here with Uma and Rosé. We are here every Friday night, guys, at 9 p.m. Eastern. And if there is a topic that you guys would like us to discuss, please hit me on my IG in the DMs. My IG is the Uma B 1111, and you guys can hit me up there, and then I can you know uh keep it in mind. He's like, "You don't twerk. Get out of here, Brad. Stop trolling me." So, Rose, baby, thank you so much for doing this show with me. I really do enjoy coming here on Friday nights and chopping it up. And I promise, guys, we had a really rough week this week because it was our first week, like I said, with our oldest son. Thank you. With our oldest son coming, being away at college. And we had like a lot going on this week. But next week, we're definitely going to have way more topics to discuss and things put together for us to bring to you guys. All
Let's
right.
live again, man. Have fun. Hmm.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys.